10 tumultuous moments in Princess Diana and Sarah Ferguson's friendship. Although Princess Catherine and Meghan Markle are currently the center of attraction for journalists, Sarah Ferguson and Princess Diana once enjoyed the spotlight. This is the tale of two women who did not have royal ancestry but got married into the monarchy. Princess Diana Spencer and Sarah Ferguson were childhood friends who grew up to be the Princess of Wales and the Duchess of York, respectively. What happened to their friendship? Did it thrive or did it suffer? Watch to discover 10 tumultuous moments in Princess Diana and Sarah Ferguson's friendship. 1. Royal competition. Sarah excelled in certain activities, earning her the praise of senior royals. Unfortunately, these activities were not Princess Diana's strength. Hence, there was rivalry between the two women. An insider told Vanity Fair, "At first it was lovely for the princess to have someone her age to giggle with. Now I think she cannot help but make comparisons. The Duchess has all the perks, but no real stresses and strains. As time goes by, that will become more and more apparent. I predict there will be competition." The Duchess also excelled in too many areas where Princess could not compete. A black run skier, she swims like a mermaid and plays a vicious game of tennis. As the daughter of a former cavalry officer who was King Charles's polo manager for 20 years, she has ridden since she could walk. While Princess Diana was bored by horses, Sarah endeared herself to the Queen by accompanying her on private rides. She rode the top racehorse, Aldante, through the Windsor grounds to raise $1,000 for a cancer charity. She shined again regarding royal horseplay, throwing herself energetically into the rowdier after-dinner diversions of country house life. The Duchess trumped Princess Anne, the female jock in the royal family, by learning to fly a Piper Warrior. It won her more kudos with the Queen and Prince Philip than she received a first-class honors degree at Oxford. The Princess of Wales might have been taken aback by the speed with which the Duchess endeared herself to the royal family and the public. Princess Anne, a tough judge of character, was, to say the least, muted in her praise of Lady Princess Diana Spencer. However, she was enthused over Sarah Ferguson, saying she is a very, very nice girl. 2. Planter's warts. Talks of borrowing shoes and certain warts could do a lot of damage, according to the British TV documentary The Royal Family at War. The source of the feud was Fergie's indiscreet revelations about her former friend in her autobiography, My Story. Princess Diana helped me by giving me all her shoes and, less happily, her plantar warts, wrote Fergie, who was immediately cut from Princess Diana's life. It should not have come as a surprise. According to New Idea, Princess Diana had warned Fergie that while she supported her decision to write the book, some things were off limits, namely any references to herself. Sarah made it clear that she was going to write a book, and Princess Diana supported that, explained Sunrise royal expert Robert Jobson. But she said, "I do not want you to mention me." Plantar's warts, sometimes called verrucas, are an infectious skin condition that, much like regular warts, can be transmitted by skin exposure or shared surfaces. 3. No reception. Princess Diana and Sarah Ferguson were fourth cousins who had a strong bond. Unfortunately, tensions started rising in their friendship when Princess Diana was preparing for her wedding. Sarah was invited to the wedding ceremony but was shocked that the invitation did not extend to the reception. According to royal expert Tom Quinn, the snub did not go unnoticed, as he said in the documentary Fergie vs. Princess Diana, Royal Wives at War. "I think she was astonished to discover she was not invited to the wedding breakfast. Sarah was so hurt by the snub that she was left feeling quite worthless and unfit as a person," according to psychologist Joe Hemmings via Express. Despite the snubs caused by the royal protocol during the lead-up to Princess Diana's wedding, she and Sarah Ferguson remained incredibly close in the early years of Princess Diana's marriage. In the documentary Fergie vs. Princess Diana, Royal Wives at War, experts on the royal family explained that Princess Diana saw Sarah as a loyal and trusted friend at the time. She relied on having weekly catch-ups with her confidant. As author Kate Nichols said, they would frequently meet for lunch, often once a week. Sarah would come to the palace for tea if lunch was not possible. 4. Sarah's separation from Prince Andrew. Sarah Ferguson separated from Andrew in 1992, which was the beginning of her decline from the royal family. Town and Country writes, as Princess Diana and Sarah became more unhappy in their marriages and the royal court, they increasingly leaned on each other for support. In her autobiography, Sarah wrote that in 1991, the year before their respective marital separations, it was the year we first put to words the unspeakable idea that had been nudging us in the ribs for some time. That one or both of us might leave the royal family. We burned the phone wires into the night, trading secrets and jokes that no one else would understand. In June 1991, they beamed on the Buckingham Palace balcony at Trooping the Color, but nobody knew it'd be the last time they would ever be photographed in public together. Speaking to Channel 5's Fergie vs. Princess Diana, Royal Wives at War, the Daily Mail's Richard Kay claims the two women were plotting their escape. The world did not know, the media did not know, but behind the facade of smiles and waves on the palace balcony were two deeply unhappy young women. Royal expert Jenny Bond said they had come up with a scheme that they would go together and they would announce their separations simultaneously from the royal family. Fergie was the one who was leading the way on this. She wanted to give Princess Diana the courage to break loose as well. 5. Pictures of Sarah's half-nude body. The tabloids were excited to display Sarah's toe-sucking episode on their pages. 5 months after Fergie's separation, the Duchess was embroiled in arguably the royal family's biggest ever scandal. Compromising photographs with her financial advisor taken at her holiday villa in St. Tropez were published in the Daily Mirror. The intricate pictures, shot with a telephoto lens as the couple lazed by the pool, show Texan millionaire John Bryan kissing and sucking the Duchess's toes and the arch of her foot. On the morning the photographs were published, Sarah Ferguson stayed at Balmoral with the rest of the royal family via Mirror. Fergie hastily left the Scottish holiday home and drove the 50 miles to Aberdeen Airport with her children and nanny. But when she eventually arrived at her Surrey house, there was more embarrassment for the Duchess. Nobody was there to open the gates. Instead of shooting past the reporters and photographers lining up outside, she was forced to sit while a detective unlocked the barrier. Royal writer Richard Kay claimed in the Daily Mail that he received a message via pager from Princess Diana the night before the photos hit the newspaper stands. Princess Diana's message was simple: the redhead's in trouble. 6. Princess Diana's separation and divorce. Princess Diana's separation from King Charles began in December 1992. Princess Diana conceded vital information about her relationship with King Charles in the controversial interview with Panorama journalist Martin Bashir. When asked about her expectations of married life, she said, "I think like any marriage, especially when you have had divorced parents like myself, you would want to try even harder to make it work. You do not want to fall back into a pattern that you have seen happen in your own family. I desperately wanted it to work. I desperately loved my husband, wanted to share everything, and thought we were a good team." Princess Diana had hardly ever imagined the reality that transpired to be harsh and heartbreaking. Her close friend and personal trainer, Jenny Rivet, claims Princess Diana had no plans of divorcing King Charles despite their often troubled marriage. Ms. Rivet claims that although Princess Diana asked for a trial period of separation from King Charles, it was in fact the late Queen Elizabeth II who advised that the pair divorce. 7. Silent treatment. Princess Diana stopped speaking to Sarah for unknown reasons. Many believe it was due to the warts reference in Sarah's book. The Princess Diana Chronicles author Tina Brown notes that the revelation was fatal for the friendship, explaining, "Goddesses do not get warts." Despite her desperate attempts to make it up to Princess Diana, Fergie never succeeded. Things became so toxic that when Princess Diana threw a party for her friend David Tang, she told him the guest list could include anyone he wanted. But when he suggested Fergie, the response was swift. "Not," Princess Diana replied. 8. Media meddling. Although these women were friends, the paparazzi did not miss any opportunity to compare their looks. With their sensitivity and low self-esteem, these could not have ended well. In honor of the Women's History Month, the Duchess of York, 63, remembered all the women who had special influence on her life. which included the late Princess of Wales. Evoke writes, "The Duchess explained how after they became household names, she and Princess Diana were pitted against each other in the media in increasingly disturbing ways. In the 80s, Princess Diana looked beautiful, and there was fat, frumpy Fergie," Sarah explained. "Sadly, while Princess Diana was alive, the media dubbed Fergie the Duchess of Pork. Despite the lambasting in the press, their friendship won out. She felt they were there for people to make a lot of money from selling papers, but at the time, neither realized that." Sarah revealed that the two friends, the wives of Windsor, would support each other behind closed doors. She acknowledged that they both had mental health issues but would talk to each other. 9. Unsuitable lady-in-waiting. According to CheatSheet.com, Princess Diana allegedly wanted Sarah to be her lady-in-waiting, but the monarchy disapproved. While Sarah felt Princess Diana should have fought for her corner, Princess Diana was busy being upset about the development. Royal author Tom Quinn also spoke on the program about Sarah becoming a lady-in-waiting. He explained that the position is a great honor. "It's not a servant, and it's not a friend," he said. "It's sort of somewhere halfway between," adding, "It's a genteel occupation and gives enormous status." According to Quinn, the royal family was not uncomfortable socially giving Sarah a major bump, so they convinced Princess Diana she was a risky choice. Princess Diana was persuaded that it was too risky having Sarah Ferguson. "She was seen as a loose cannon," Quinn said. "She was fun, but she made them nervous," he added. 10. Princess Diana's death. Both women had not spoken to each other in over a year since Princess Diana's death. Her death was a blow to Sarah, who could not reconcile with her friend. Fergie was trying to reconcile with her old friend when she received the devastating news that she had been killed in a car crash in Paris. Women in Home writes, "To add more pain to an already heartbreaking story, Princess Diana had been intending to reach out to Fergie too. The saddest thing in the end, we had not spoken for a year," the Duchess told Harper's Bazaar in 2007. "I tried, wrote letters, thinking whatever happened did not matter, let's sort it out. And I knew she would come back. The day before she died, she rang a friend of mine and said, 'Where's that Red? I want to talk to her.'" Despite the rocky end to their friendship, Fergie has always kept the legacy of her beloved friend alive. "I miss Princess Diana. I loved her so much," she said. "Princess Diana was one of the quickest wits I knew. Nobody made me laugh like her." And there you have it, folks. 10 tumultuous moments that define the complex friendship between Princess Diana and Sarah Ferguson. Their relationship was a roller coaster of emotions, challenges, and triumphs, showcasing the complexities of royal life and friendship in the spotlight. Now, we want to hear from you. What do you think about their relationship? Were you surprised by any of these moments? Do you have any favorite memories of these two iconic women? Leave your thoughts, stories, and insights in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video and want to see more intriguing content like this, don't forget to hit that like button, share it with your friends, and of course, subscribe to our channel for more fascinating content. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.